Everyone, let me see. Hey everyone, I'm having some issues with Facebook, right? So let me just share the YouTube link here. Okay, apologies, getting some issues on Facebook here. Okay, so right, so we've got some people live right here. Okay, and was facing some issues, right? So, thanks everyone for being here today. This is my 20th episode of Decisive Learning, right? So it's been quite a nice journey, and we are going to be talking about FlowMattic right now, which is a WordPress plugin. And this WordPress plugin, what it does, I would say it kind of creates like a Public Connect and or Zapier kind of tool in your WordPress website itself. So it's very interesting to me. And I have the founder right here with me. His name is Nitin Yawalkar. Right, hey Nitin, how is it going?
Yeah, it's fine.
Awesome, right? So Nitin, could you tell us a little bit about yourself? Because I think a lot of people were asking as well. Because when you're launching this lifetime deal, a lot of times people feel like you know what is what is um, what is the company's background, what is the founder's background. Is this tool going to last? People are worried that maybe you are going to give up on developing the product down the line as well. So could you maybe share more with us about your background?
Yeah, sure. I've been developing WordPress plugins since 2014. Uh, I was working at Brainstorm Force, the Astra, which is the company behind Astra.
Yep,
Astra is a team you might heard of, and it's a very popular team.
yep.
Yeah,
So you were part of that team before.
yeah. I was working with them when I started my career as a WordPress developer.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I mean, in case some of you don't know Brainstorm Force is the one who created the Astra team. Okay, one of the more popular WordPress team,
yeah.
up there. Uh, and they've got a lot of other products as well, like ultimate add-ons for Elementor, ultimate add-ons for Gutenberg, ultimate add-ons for Beaver Builder. Those are their popular plugins as well. Right. So Nitin, that's awesome. I mean, you've been in the WordPress industry for 8 years now, 7, 8 years now. And I have actually checked out your background as well. You've got some of your plugins listed on Code Canyon, and
Yep.
one thing really interesting is that a lot of, I mean, you're getting all the 4 and 5 star reviews. Is like everything is all top rated, so that's pretty amazing. So could you maybe share with us as well? Because I also see, I think a lot of people, they are worried about, what is the, how fast it could be adding integrations and stuff like that, so on. So could you share with us a little bit about how big is your team, and what do they do, and what are some of the like how many people are actually involved in the active integrations, adding integrations.
Sure. We are actually two developers and one designer working with us. We are just a startup and registered our company to a government and as a private limited in last year only. So we can hire new talents and grow the plugin portfolio, team's portfolio.
Awesome. That means, Nitin right here, he has two developers that are working on the plugin, one designer as well. So, if any of you have questions, feel free to comment in the YouTube video right here. I'm having some issues with my Facebook, so I wasn't able to stream it over there, right? Okay, and okay, so people are asking me as well, how can they access it? Just give me a second. Okay, so Nitin, do you want to dive in and share with us how to make use of the plugin itself?
Sorry, can you repeat, please?
Do you want to dive in and share with us about your plugin itself? Do you want to share your screen, how to make use of it, some maybe integrations and use cases, workflows that you can share with us as well?
Yeah, sure, sure. Let me share my screen.
Awesome.
Okay, let me just go tab. No, it's not allowing me to share the screen. Just a second. Steps.
Yeah. So, any of you have any questions, feel free to comment. I see some comments coming in. Right. Thanks, everyone. Uh, so, Holger is here. Right. Hey, Holger, how is it going? So, Holger asks, can I also access the live when it is finished, or do you delete from your YouTube account? No, I don't delete it, except for the broken, you know, the broken live just before this. So but there's no content in there, so I'll be deleting that for sure.
So cross integration window. Oops. Just a second. I need to give some permissions, I guess.
Okay, we'll give Nitin some time here, right? So the in case some of you
My screen.
are looking into FlowMattic, right? The lifetime deal is still going on, okay, and the early bird discount is still going on. Okay, so the early bird discount will end tomorrow night. The discount code is use your LTV is 15, right? So you get 15% off any of the lifetime plans that are available. Okay, and if you are making payment via PayPal, then uh, I believe the issue has already been sorted out by Nitin. So what happens is that once you make payment by PayPal, you should have instant access to your plugins as well.
Recording.
Then Nitin, are you able to share your screen?
It's not allowing me to share the screen. Okay. Screen preferences.
So let's give Nitin some time, right? We'll take a short break. Nitin, are you able to get the screen sharing up?
Just a second, I'm checking with the setting. Actually, it's up, but why not? I'm not sure why it's not allowing me to sharing the screen. Advanced. Instead, screen recording. Yes.
Okay, so I think Nitin's gonna rejoin and try with the screen sharing. He's probably having some issues right there. Okay, so Google, I see your question here as well, so I will bring that up shortly once he's back. Okay, so Nitin is back here.
Yes. Just a second, let me share the screen now. Entire screen share. Okay. Can you see the screen now?
Yes. So okay, great. So we can see your screen now, but it's I guess you got to switch the tab.
Okay. Do you see it now?
Yes, yes. It is showing currently. Okay, there we go.
Okay. So, just a second. This is the plugin dashboard where the licensing will be registered and your plugin will be activated for the future updates and any new integrations. So this the dashboard shows you the license info here and your recent workflows in on this panel. You can create a new workflow by clicking this button or going to the integrations page, then new for workflow or the workflows admin screen and then new workflow. So next is the integrations. We have made with the plugin as modular. So if we introduce like hundreds of new applications integrations, then you don't have to use them. We don't have to install them all. You just need to install the apps that you need to use. Right. So, and we don't need to update the entire plugin to release any update for the integration. So, as you can see here, the Fluent form is being updated. You will get the update notification right in the integration screen. The new integrations when we launch. If you don't get it listed here, just click the refresh button and it will be listed here. So you can install it and use it.
Okay, so you're saying that we don't have to update the plugin at all,
Yeah,
unless maybe there is a
yeah, you
major
don't need
update
to update the
or
plugin to get the new integrations. As soon we release any new integration, it will be listed here. If it is not, then you just need to refresh the integrations by clicking on this button. So it will fetch the new integrations, and then the new integration will be listed here.
awesome, awesome. Okay, and I see that Cably Connect is also live. Did you make that live today?
It's a published subscriptions actually.
Oh, okay, that's public subscription. Okay,
Yeah,
but
the
I saw that.
public connect will be integrated next as we are working with their app. So
Awesome,
the public connect will also have a FlowMattic app, so you can directly fetch the data and share your data from public to your site.
awesome. And I saw Wakim was integrated last night as well. Okay, and Holger has a question right here. Let me just bring it on. So Holger asked, when will Fluent CRM work with FlowMattic? I saw that it is planned. Okay, maybe I'll answer that question.
Sorry, I couldn't hear your voice clearly.
So Holger asked, when will Fluent CRM work with FlowMattic?
Oh, sorry, your voice is breaking. When will, oh, sorry, here is when will we Fluent CRM work with Flowmetry? Yes, we are working on it. The once the WooCommerce integration is live, the next will be the Fluent CRM.
Awesome. Maybe you can share with us a little bit as well, like what is the rate of new integrations that we can be seeing? Maybe how many new integrations are you going to make live on a monthly basis?
Yeah, actually, it depends on how big the integration is or how small the integration is. So, if the integration is small, like just adding two or three actions and or just two or three triggers, then we can integrate around 4 to 5 integrations a day.
Okay, so we can actually add 4 to 5 integrations a day, new
Yeah,
integrations.
it
That's
that
actually
depends
very fast.
on how big the integration is. Like if the integration is like WooCommerce, it will take time.
I see. What if the app itself already has let's say webhooks integration? That would be very easy to integrate. Is that it?
Sorry.
If the app that we want to integrate with Flowmatic already has webhooks, will that
Yeah.
be easy to be integrated?
If the app you are using already has a webhook, then you don't need to wait for the app to be integrated inside Flowmatic.
Okay.
Just let me show you one thing that WooCommerce already has the okay. Am I sharing this thing? Yeah. WooCommerce already has webhooks, so you just need to create a new webhook, name it like new order created, delivery URL. So you just need to create a new workflow. Use the webhook module, copy the URL and to the delivery URL of WooCommerce and save. Okay, so when there is a new order, WooCommerce will send the new order details to this. So let's check how it works. Capture webhook, store, add products, view cart, to check out, and place an order. Okay, so the data is already populated here.
Yep. So you can see that the UI, right, from FlowMattic itself, it is very similar to it's very similar to like Public Connect and Zapier, right? So if you are used to using Public Connect or Zapier, okay, uh, it is very it's very easy for you to understand how to make use of FlowMattic, right? Because it's a very similar UI right here. So Google has a suggestion right here. It says don't create too many different integrations, each with just a few action that is not helpful, right? We
Don't
have a
need different
comment.
integrations each.
So Hoga personally, right? Personally, what I would say is that I think it depends as well because of course it's nice to have integrations with a lot of
No, actually, we don't have any plan to introduce too many integrations and then keep updating them. This is what other plugins did, and as you can check their change log, they keep adding new actions and triggers inside the existing applications only. So
yeah. So
what
that
we
means you're looking to be focused on building
yeah
deeper
what
integrations.
we are planning is integrating any new integration. There will be all the actions and triggers available inside their platform API. So as you can see, we just integrated the wa.team, so which is for the which is WhatsApp Business API partner, and we added the triggers for sending session text SMS, session image message, session video message, and template messages as well.
Yeah. So it it seems like Nitin is looking to create deep integrations, right? So that's very useful. I think a lot of people, of course, they are asking about their integrations. When is it going to be live for the integrations that they requested? And in your roadmap, there is already a lot of integrations that people are asking for. I think maybe like 40 at least, about 40, 50 at least on your roadmap. So what I would ask is, how are you going to be prioritizing them? You know, how are you going to be choosing which integrations to be working on first? Because people are wanting to know, okay, where if I buy this now, okay, if I buy Flowmatic right now, when can I get my integrations live, right? Because that's the most you know the biggest reason why people are looking to purchase Flowmatic, right? So how are you going to be prioritizing these ideas, integration suggestions?
Yeah, actually, we have our roadmap and the new integration request platform ready, site ready, where you can upload the existing integrations or add your new integration there and ask other people to upload. We are planning to get all the integrations done according to the votes received for the integrations.
Sorry, could you repeat that again?
We will be adding new integrations according to the upvotes received for each integration.
Based on the upvotes, is it?
Yeah. And
Okay.
if there's a new integration request right from the own founder of the platform, like uh, wa.team or any other platform that requests us to integrate them from their side, we will prioritize those integrations first.
Okay, so there's two ways that Nitin is prioritizing these integrations. The first one is based on the number of outputs. So obviously we can see right here that WooCommerce has 18 requests. So that's why they are aggressively working on the WooCommerce integrations, and then deeper WordPress integrations. That is also you know one of the next highest outputs, right? Same for Public Connect. So that's why these ones are actually being worked on first, right? And then we have Tutor LMS and Fluent CRM after that. So, Holger, so your your request for Fluent CRM should be integrated, just right after these ones, which is WooCommerce, People WordPress integrations, Fabric Connect, Tutor LMS, and then it would be Fluent CRM, right? So it shouldn't be very far from where they are right now. And also the other way that Nitin is prioritizing integrations is if the founder approaches them directly to integrate, because it's going to make their process a lot faster, so they can push out a new integration very quickly, right? Is that pretty much the reason why you are prioritizing some of your integrations this manner, right? So this is how the
Yes.
FlowMattic, yeah. So this is how the FlowMattic team is looking at integrating them. And personally for me would be I can see VBulk right here, so that's one that I requested, and it has quite a good amount, fair amount of of output. So I'm looking forward to that one. All right, so maybe Nitin, could you maybe share with us as well how to set things up with FlowMattic? You can share a screen again.
Yes. Okay. We are here. Okay, so this is the webhook module. We have right now three core trigger applications. The first one is webhooks. The second is schedule. Okay, so if you wanna check something in your workflow every hour, every day, every week, or on specific day of every month, you can use the scheduler.
Okay, so I'm not here to talk down on other apps or anything like that. If you are aggressively using Happy Connect, then you may notice a small difference here between Happy Connect and Flowmatic's scheduler. Is because for the Flowmatic scheduler itself, Flowmatic is able to schedule on like every hour, right? Every hour, every day, every month, and every week as well. So there's a little bit more options right here. And in fact, I did suggest some like maybe you can like s- put a schedule on a specific date itself, right? So that would be very nice as well. So hopefully, maybe Nitin might want to look into adding that
Yeah,
feature.
I heard that from a few other peoples as well that they need to trigger their workflow on a specific day, not
Yep,
not recurring, but just a single
like
trigger.
a one time
Yeah,
automation, right?
yeah. So I will be surely providing the value for that and adding more options for the trigger event itself. So there will be another option to set the specific day that you want to trigger the workflow.
Yep. So I requested for that. So hopefully they'll be looking to add that in as well. So maybe Nitin, you want to show us the rest of Flowmatic? Okay, maybe you want to take some comments first. So we have one from Hoga here, right? So Hoga says WordPress core implementations supports 5 triggers. So that's what FlowMattic has right now, whereas Uncanny supports 31 different triggers. Okay, and so it's the same for WordPress core action. So FlowMattic has 4, Uncanny has 17, right? Uh, so would you be looking at improving the deeper WordPress integrations to match what Uncanny has?
Yes, we will be adding new and triggers and actions for core WordPress integration as much as we can, not just for the numbers like Anthony has 31 or triggers and 17 actions. If we get more, then we will add more.
Yeah, actually, the in case Hoga, you might not be very observant, right? Is that a lot of these triggers and actions in Uncanny itself are actually the same triggers, but with a filter, right? So it's something like a user, uh, or maybe like a post is updated to a certain uh, status, but it's actually kind of the same triggers, but with a filter added in, right? Because the way that Uncanny does their WordPress integration is a little bit different from how Flowmatic does it. So you may see that Flowmatic has less triggers, but it actually does everything that I mean once maybe Nitin has updated the plugin to updated the WordPress integrations, it may still show that there is less triggers than Uncanny, but it actually does everything that Uncanny does, right? Because the way that Uncanny displays their integration is a little bit different from Flowmatic, right? Yeah. So back to you, right? Nitin, you want to share your screen
Yeah.
again?
So the next Chromatic app is custom actions. This is very interesting for developers point of view. If you are doing something that you now want to trigger the workflow, you can just copy this code that we provided here for each. This is different for each workflow. Okay, so and you just need to pass the data as a key and value pair to this action. So whenever this action runs in your code, this workflow gets triggered.
Okay.
This is really useful when you are developing a custom thing in your WordPress site, like you have a custom form integrated that is not directly that does not have any direct integration with with Flowmatic or any other form plugins. You can capture the data and pass it to the action that we are providing as a core below the custom action, and it will trigger the workflow immediately.
Okay. How about the actions? Do you want to share with us the actions?
Yes. uh, so this is you just need to copy this code, add to your plugin. Just let me add it to main plugin. Okay, I will capture the action data. So whenever this plugin, okay, so whenever this action gets triggered, it depends on where you add the code. I have added plugin screen, like it will get triggered when I visit the plugin admin screen anytime or in any screen. Okay, just let me change these values, like it's a name, Nitin, email is going to be Nitin. Okay, so when I capture the action data, reload this page. Okay, so you can immediately get the action data here, and you can process this data. You can send it to any platform or any integration available in here. This is actually for the developers who want to integrate their custom actions and automate the things.
Okay. How now? So now you have shared with us the triggers, right? Do you want to share with us how to set up the actions?
Sorry.
You share with us how to set up the triggers. Do you want to share with us how to set up the actions as well? You have some actions, like your API.
Yes,
Uh,
yes, sure. Let me show. Okay, so we will use this data to let me introduce you the first the core applications that we are providing on the FlowMattic apps. The first one is API module. Our API module is so strong that you can connect any API out there, which provides you the API token, username or password to connect, and you can pass the parameters to the API right from here. You can add as many parameters you require. The API endpoint URL is the URL where you are passing the data. It can be it will be provided by the app or website that you want to integrate. That you want to pass the data to, and just save and test the action. It will send the data to the app so you can see how it is uh, displaying in your app. You can have four actions: get, request, post, put, or delete. Then there are content types: JSON, custom JSON, that we just added this one for the one user request that they wanted to copy their JSON from the service provider there, and just update the values dynamically. The second is form data. These parameters will be passed as form data to the application URL, API endpoint. URL encoded form data, text and HTML are the same. This data will be passed as text, and this data will be passed as HTML content type. We have one user who is actually using Fluent Forms to capture the data, and Shopify API to create products in Shopify. So the API module is pretty much strong, and it will work out of the box if you want to if you want to use the third party API that the app is not integrated inside inside FlowMattic yet. The same as Webhooks. Your voice is not available. Henry, I can't hear you right now.
Okay, apologies. I muted myself there. So, I think I posted this question to you earlier, but I think we didn't get a clear answer from you. Right? So let me just ask it again, which is, how many new integrations do you foresee do you foresee Flowmatic adding on a monthly basis?
That is exactly how API. Does Flowmatic have support documents or tutorials that exactly show how to use Action API? Yes, actually, we are working on video tutorials for users who don't know how to use APIs and all. There will be a video for every integrations that we will add to show you how you can integrate any app with third all the available applications.
Right. So, Holger, do you have any written tutorials yet?
No, actually, I don't have any right now.
Okay, so they'll be working on this later on, Holger.
Yeah, actually,
Uh,
I want to get the WooCommerce and Fluent CRM integrations out first, and then I will be working on video tutorials and the documentation alongside with the new integrations.
okay, awesome, right? So, Nitin, I think I posted this question to you later. Okay, so Holger, so yes, in short, there is no such documentation or tutorial available as of now. He will be creating these video tutorials on how to do this once the Fluent CRM integration is up. Okay, so Nitin, I think I posted this question to you earlier. Was how many new integrations are you looking to add on a monthly basis? Right. So people who bought your lifetime deal, right? How many new integrations can they expect to see on a monthly basis?
Uh, Let me be honest. We don't have any number decided for the monthly basis integrations. We will keep adding new integrations regularly, and as I told at the beginning, integration implementation is depend on how big or the small integration is. So if we get small integrations in line, we will have.
So let's say you have I mean if based on the because you've already done about 29 integrations so far, right? So uh, based on these 29 integrations that you've already added, right? How much more do you see on a monthly basis? Big and small added together. Maybe some
Yeah,
months you have more, some months you have less, but
we,
maybe you have maybe you have some idea about how many new integrations that we can see. I think that because that will make people feel more reassuring because you could tell everyone that okay I'm working on a very big integration right
yeah,
now.
yeah,
Because it's going to take a long time. So you may not see much integration this month, and I think people will understand that, right? I this just from you, sharing with us what you think is not necessarily like a commitment that we we
yeah,
are forcing you to take.
sure, sure.
Yeah,
Uh, if we plan
because
to integrate
what
small
could be
apps,
some of the yeah.
if you plan to integrate small apps as well alongside with the once users are requesting, then we will have around 15 to 20 integrations per month.
20 integrations, is that it?
Yeah, between 15 to 20 integrations for sure.
Okay,
We
so
can do
after
better as
the
well if we integrate more small applications, or the number can be reduced as well if we focus on integrating bigger applications only.
So maybe you could give us a range, right? Like how many are you looking to integrate a month? Maybe 10, 20, 5 to 20, or what would be the range?
Yeah,
Just in
if
case maybe you're working on, for example, you're working on the WooCommerce integration, right? So that's going to take you a longer time. So maybe how many do you foresee yourself? Maybe 5 to 20 a month,
uh, I can say 15 integrations a month.
15 integrations a month. Okay,
Yeah.
that's very nice. Okay, so now that we are, we've covered some of these questions that people are asking, right? Uh, the I think the next question would be the performance wise, right? Performance wise, because people are worried. Okay, if I were to use uh, FlowMattic and will it slow down my website? And if there is some performance impact, right? How can we minimize it? So Here's a question here, right? It says that a client of mine is using similar solutions when the membership site is busy with new signups. So that means maybe he runs an ad or whatever it is. He gets a lot of new signups on WordPress. Okay, he's probably using a similar plugin, but of course not FlowMattic. Okay? And it ends up taking too much of server resources for processing. So the user actually went back to use Zapier instead because all this processing is done on Zapier and instead of Flowmatics, instead of their own web hosting, server, right? So I wonder how will this plugin handle busy environments, and also, I see the settings as well that the Flowmatic will save the task history, right? So, do you recommend a specific settings for different servers as well, so that we
Uh,
can?
yes, we already considered that there will be performance questions. So, and we made it to clean the task history. So, if your site is too busy and you don't need to look for the existing task uh, history from more than 30 days, you can just put it the number here and save settings, and it will clear the task history every 30 days. As for the execution of workflows, we made a plugin to execute each workflow based on the data received. So if there's no data received, the plugin will stand by unless there's data received by the application or custom action that you set up.
Okay, so how about the performance impact when there is a lot of uh, you know, for example, like this case itself where their where their membership site has a lot of new sign-ups. Okay,
Mhm.
and it takes up too much server resources. So how can it how is it, what happens to Flowmatic? What should we do? Should we upgrade the server or what it is?
It depends on how the server responds for each request. So if there's a too much heavy traffic on your site, and at the same time there's you have integrated so many workflows that you want for your membership site, and if there are too many workflows executing at the same time, we'll need some higher server as well. And
Okay.
for, uh, for
Uh,
for each workflow execution, the execution lasts till your last uh, step in the workflow. And since it's based on PHP, it doesn't skip it, doesn't wait for next step to be executed.
okay. So let's say if someone is so do you recommend that someone use Flowmatic? I mean, let's say they don't have too many tasks running too many workflows running at the same time,
Mhm.
or on and do you recommend them to use it on a shared web hosting server?
No, I won't recommend using share hosting server for such a big site.
Right. So if it's a big site, definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's just a small site, then do you recommend using
Yes,
Flow?
we have installed the Flowmatic on a few of our client sites, so using share hosting from Hostinger and SiteGround.
Could you share, like, is there any performance impact on their
No,
website?
actually, I didn't see any performance impact on a site or from got any email from hosting provider that the site is eating too much resources or so.
Okay, but how much tasks are they using? How many? How much tasks are they using? Let's say on a
Uh,
monthly basis.
there's a one client using WooCommerce to Ontraport. They are using API for getting the data from WooCommerce and then putting into their Ontraport CRM. and I guess it's crossing around 2,000 to 2,500 tasks a month.
Okay, and there's no issue at all, right?
Yeah, there's no issues at all.
And
We
they
are,
are
we are
using,
on hosting the site, zero hosting.
right? Okay, so that means, if you are using about 2,000, 3,000 tasks a month, then there shouldn't be any performance impact, even if you are using it on the shared host, right?
Yep.
So that's very heartening to know about. Uh, and is there anything? Okay, so is there anything else that that you like to share with us? Maybe some of the future plans of FlowMattic, because for example, Public Connect, which is still Public Connect has a lot of internal tasks itself, right? So, are you looking to expand on the internal tasks like text formatter,
Right, right,
date
right.
formatter,
That's the plan. We will be adding text formatter, number formatter, date formatter, and then the major part we will be working on is the routers or the path. What you say?
Yep.
We are planning to implement the child workflows for each path and work path or router. What you say? So you can have a much more flexibility.
Awesome. But when do you
Structure
think
is
we?
already decided. Yeah, the structure is already decided for the paths. We just need to work on it and get it implemented.
Okay. So when do you think we can see this? Maybe in the next quarter, or quarter 3, or quarter 4. When do you
I,
think we can?
I was planning to get the routers or the path module out by end of this year or before that. It's a much complex module as we need to write code from scratch for that, and since it will be using child workflows, so we need to work on the execution as well.
Okay. So okay. So anything else that any of you would like to add? Otherwise, I think we will. We are pretty much going to end this session right here. If you have
Yeah,
any
actually,
question, Megan, Google,
yeah,
feel free to leave a comment.
yeah, I just wanted to tell you the goal behind Flowmatic. We developed the Flowmatic to reduce our Zapier task limit. Actually, we had a client who was using around 2,000 tasks a month, and he was paying like $588 a year, and he was using just 3 to 4 apps.
Right. So this your
And
client was on Zapier, is that it?
the issue he was having is when there's a high traffic on his site and new signups are happening every month, like, then his task quota was getting exhausted, so he has to pay additional for any new task or consumption he wanted to run the workflow smoothly. So he came to me and wanted to reduce the pricing for that. So when I checked his workflow and found that I can easily integrate his workflow inside WordPress. So I made a backend for him, so he can map the data coming from the applications and do his things right inside the WordPress. So it was not actually a Flowmatic, but I made it as a backend for him. Then I got an idea for Flowmatic that if we can integrate as much applications as we can, just to reduce the task consumption on Zapier, that will save a lot of money to users.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. Because I used to be paying for Zapier as well. I was paying a lot of money for that. So having a plugin like this definitely helps you to save a lot of money, right? So let me see if there's any other questions, and then
Yes,
I
sure.
think we can wrap it up.
Sean,
Okay.
hope to see more deeper integrations. Yeah. Yes, we are actually working for the deeper integrations only. That's why we have less applications right now integrated, and there's no point having hundreds of applications and then add new integration, new triggers and actions each month.
Yeah. So I think I think I have another question as well, right? So for example, for Zapier, their their update time is depending on the plan that you are subscribed to, right? So the plan is, let me see here. I believe it's 15 minutes update time.
Yep.
Then it goes to 5 minutes. I think sorry, 2 minutes and 1 minute, right? So let's say if we were to make use of FlowMattic, right?
It is,
How how soon is the update time?
it is instantly. As I just have showed you, the new order is captured before I switch to the tab.
Okay, so that means what happens is that when there is a trigger, right, it will happen instantly, right? So
Yep.
that's where it's different from
Yeah. And
Zapier.
Zapier takes 1 minute at least to pull the data and display it, where
Yep.
the triggers are instantly.
Right. So that means if you need the workflow to trigger instantly, then in the sense that you know Flowmatic works better because it's instant, right? So if you need them to,
Yeah, so there's a big difference between FlowMattic and Zapier is that Zapier takes some 30-second or 1 minute maximum gap between each step to get executed. So if you
yeah,
have 10-step workflow in Zapier, it will take, just say it skip for 10 seconds, it will take around 100 seconds for workflow to be completed. So in Zapier, if the workflow actually needs 100 seconds, then it will be completed in the 100 second only. It doesn't need additional 100 seconds to be completed.
right. So that means let's say you were to you know let's say receive a WooCommerce order, right, and then you were to send out a WhatsApp message via WAT right, WAT
Okay.
to the customer, for example. Then if you're using let's say Zapier's free or starter plan, then it's going to you know maybe send out the message like maybe 10 minutes later or something like that. Am I right?
Yes. Yes.
Right. So so there is a delay in them, right? There is a delay because it has to wait till Zapier sort of updates itself before that workflow is triggered, right? Whereas for Flowmatic, if we're to make use of Flowmatic, whenever the order comes in, that WhatsApp message will go out because the action will
Right.
happen instantly. So that's the difference between trying to use Public Connect, Zapier, and Flowmatic. Okay, so there are some advantage. So if you are using Public Connect, you're using Zapier right now, or maybe other similar integration tools that are cloud-based tools like Zapier, Public Connect, versus using Flowmatic. Okay, they may have more integrations right now, but with Flowmatic, if you firstly it is self-hosted, so you're just making use of some of the additional server bandwidth that you're not making use of, right?
Yep.
So you're saving some money right there. Okay, and on top of that, uh, one of the biggest advantages is that is going up instantly, right? And some of the schedulers, some of the small little details. This is where Formatic is slightly better compared to uh, some of the options that's out there. Okay, right. So, is there anything else that you'd like to add, Nitin? Otherwise, I think we can wrap up this session. Uri Chow says, hope to see more deeper integrations for each apps. Right. So definitely,
Yes, that's the plan.
LinkedIn is working on on deeper integrations. Yep.
That's the plan actually.
Yep. So otherwise, that's all we have. The discount is going to end tomorrow, right? The discount is going to end tomorrow, right, Nikki?
Yes. Actually,
Right.
the discount was the coupon was expired last night, but since you requested it for 2 more days, I have added a new coupon with the same code
Yeah.
for 2 more days, and it will expire on 20.
Yeah, because we wanted to extend it over the weekend so that some of
Yeah.
you who
Actually,
are
just one more
busy in
thing
the
I would
weekdays,
add.
and you don't have the time to actually see what's going on Facebook, and then you see this ad, and then the discount is over. So we extended another 2 days for you so that you can make use of it before it ends, right? So
Yeah.
the discount code is use your LTVs 15, right? So let me just write that on the screen right here. Right? Use your LTVs 15. Okay. So this is the code right here. Okay, use this code, right? Just click on the link is in the video description, right? Just click on the link, use this piece of code, the coupon code, and it's going to deduct 15% of the price. Okay, and I think that's all we have to share. Okay. Otherwise, I'm sure that Nitin is still going to be on Facebook. I mean, he's working very hard on the integrations right now, so you may see that he doesn't reply so quickly, but I'm sure he will get to it. Otherwise, we will let him do his stuff so that he can bring more integrations to you while the lifetime view is still up, so that he can prove to you that he's not all talk, right? He's working very hard. He's already put up 2 new integrations ever since the lifetime view is up. Do you think that, Nitin, do you think that the WooCommerce integration can be live before the lifetime view ends?
Yep.
Awesome, right? That's very good news. Okay. So otherwise, that's
I just wanted to add one thing that this lifetime deal is the last one, as I discussed with you. There will be no more lifetime deals for the plugin. There will be annual plans, yet they will be more affordable than other plugins. But we are not planning to having another lifetime deal. As I already discussed with you, we are getting more requests for the from other platforms to have a deal with them, but I gently rejected the offers as I have no plans for the lifetime deals. Another lifetime deal.
right. So Nitin is saying that he will not be running any more lifetime deal. I mean, because based on the reason that none of your competitors are running lifetime deals as well, right?
Yeah, actually, that's not just
Yeah.
this one thing, but we want to focus more on adding new integrations and uh, expanding the team as well. So if we expand the team, the lifetime real earnings is not enough for maintaining a team. So we want to focus on annual recurring revenue as well.
Yeah, because lifetime deal is not a good measure for them to
Yeah.
maintain a team, right? They don't know how much more developers can they bring on, right? So if there are more annual subscription, then they will be able to manage the team, the HR side of things much better. Okay, so so I guess we got a lot of, okay. So that's all the comments that we have. So if you are looking to get FlowMattic, because I would have to say that Nitin right here has already he has shared some screenshots of some other platforms that are approaching him to run lifetime deals, and he has rejected them. So he's definitely looking to push the plugin towards a recurring model, and I don't see that there is a big purpose as well, because his plugin is a little bit different, and compared to the the competitors, other competitors in the WordPress plugin automations. So that none of them are actually running any lifetime deal anyway. So this is definitely, if you are looking to grab it, uh, please do so. So John Risby also said, I grabbed the 10 site deal last week and it looks good, right? So looking forward to more integrations, definitely worth a punt at this price, and especially with the discount, right? So John Risby, hope you are happy with your purchase. Uh, Yep. So Nitin has said, that moving forward, they are looking to try and integrate, about
Yeah.
50.
Also the ones who we have already bought the one site license or 10 sites or 100 sites license. If they want to upgrade their license to the unlimited one, we are open to getting their licenses upgraded by if they pay the difference between the license, and I will definitely help them to upgrade their license to the unlimited one. Already have helped around 4 to 5 users.
Okay, so that will they be allowed to
Date to get
upgrade their
their
license?
license upgraded is 2nd of next month.
Okay, so that means the last date to upgrade your license will be on the 2nd of April. So
Yeah.
if you are looking to upgrade your license, please do so by then.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
actually,
if you
the reason behind this approach is that I got a few messages from users that their pay scale is on 25, their pay scale is on 1st of the April. So they are looking for the unlimited one, but they can't afford it right now due to some expenses and all. So they are looking for buying one site license, and then then upgrading their license to the unlimited one. So just to help
awesome.
them out, I have extended the upgrading line deadline.
So, man, so Nitin, will they be upgrading? Do they have to pay the full price difference, or they just have to pay the
No,
the discount?
they just want have to pay the difference.
So that means, for example, let's say I were to purchase the one site license, which is $49, but I apply the discount, so I'm paying
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
about $40, right? So when I want to upgrade to the unlimited, I just have to pay about additional $210, or do I have to pay $250?
Yeah, it will be $210 only.
Right, that means if you lock in, so everyone, right? So just listen to this. I'm just hearing this from Nitin right now. I wasn't really very sure. Is that if you uh, lock in your price right now for the early bird, okay, if you lock in your price right now for the early bird discount, okay, that means if you just purchase one site, and before 2nd of April, if you were to upgrade your license, you just pay the difference to the early bird pricing
Yeah.
for the plan that you want to upgrade to. You are not paying for the full price difference. Okay, so something to take note of. Okay, so anything else that you'd like to add? Otherwise, I think we can wrap this up. I will make a announcement as well in the group, and maybe on YouTube as well, for
Yeah,
those who
I guess
purchase.
I'm done with everything now.
Right. So okay. So thanks, Nitin, for your time. We are so happy to have you to run a lifetime deal with us, because this is definitely a very interesting plugin. Hope to see more development. Hope to see that you succeed as well. I think this is a very innovative plugin. You are definitely pushing the boundary of WordPress, and personally for myself, I'm actually a WordPress co-organizer here in Singapore, right? So I'm glad to see that some of you developers are actively trying to improve WordPress as well.
Yeah.
So that's all I have. Nitin, thank you for your time, and everyone who's on the stream. Hey, bye bye.
Thank
Thanks for
you.
being here. Bye bye.
Thanks.